I practice in the state of Florida. My area of practice is personal injury, which includes automobile accidents, premise liability, slip and fall, dog bites, that type of law. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to know why. The answer why to questions. I always needed to know the reason, that something had to be the way it is. And growing up, I'd watch TV shows. I was just attracted to it from when I was little. And then going through college and everything, I realized, that's the type of law, or that's the type of work I wanted to pursue. So it just seemed natural to get a law degree and practice law and, being able to help people. It just seemed natural from when I was little. There's nothing that will be missing from a case when you're here because there's an infinite amount of resources. Being calm and compassionate. One thing that with the practice of law is it can be a pretty hectic experience. So my personality is very calming. I'm very calm person. So I think that reflects on clients to know that I'm in control, and also compassionate. I really do care about people, so that reflects in my work because I really do take on their experiences and their personality, and I try to make it my own. I think that makes a difference in cases. So those two things. One of the first things I tell new clients is you were put in an unfair situation, and my job is to try to put you back in a most fair situation as possible. This wasn't something that was supposed to happen to you. It's nothing that was your fault. So you're already put in a disadvantage. So my job is to try to put you back in the most fair position as possible. This wasn't something you woke up one day and you planned on happening. So you already have a million things running through your head. Paying bills, sometimes jobs that can't be completed. How are you going to transport children, your family? So it's making sure that they understand I know that you were put in an unfair situation, and that my job is to try to make it as fair as possible. The best piece of advice I could give to a client is keep an open line of communication. The best way that I can help fight for a client is if I'm talking to that client and I understand their daily needs. If it's been a month or two where I haven't spoken to a client, I might not be up to date on how much pain they're in, their daily struggle. But if I have spoken to a client and we keep that open line, if I have a question and I call them and they're answering, it helps me to take that information and then go to the adjuster or the insurance agent and be able to fight for them. The more I know them, the more I can be in the position of our client and fight in that position. But if I don't have that, it's kind of like fighting with one arm tied behind your back. I like to think that I'm results-based. I don't like to waste time doing anything. You'll hear a lot of people talk about how, they work, 12, 16 hours a day, but I say, okay, if you're working that much in a day, what are you getting, accomplished? So I'd rather be known as someone who's accomplished-based, not worried about, the number of hours. So I like to see results. But with that is, more calm, more laid-back style, but I do think, once you see the results, that's what matters. A lot of people do a lot of work, but there's not an end to it. So I like to see the end to the result. I'd like to see there has to be a reason you're working, so I like to see the results of that work. Yeah, so Farah Farah gives us quite a few different opportunities to be able to outreach and help out in the community. They give us a lot of resources to volunteer in the Jacksonville area. He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. And I've always stuck with it because, if you're around people who are positive, um, you know, you'll have a positive outlook in your own life. If you put yourself around, people who are doing the wrong thing, having a negative impact, you're more than likely to stray that way. So he who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. I would choose Fair and Fair because of the number of resources this firm has. You have people who are, energetic, ready to help you, from the moment you step in the office. You have people with years of experience, more experience than anyone in Jacksonville. So you have the experience. So any situation you have, I guarantee you there's been someone here who has been through that experience. And so they will be able to help you from, the first step going on. So even if you get someone, and you're kind of stuck, there's going to be someone here who will be able to help you.